they ran out of words, and this happened.
ALAMA.
Correct. It's set the way to go. Now 6 for 6.
Cernulus. CERNUOUS.
You are correct.
7 champions, by the way. There are now 7 champions.
ODYLICO.
It's complete. You're all champions of the 2019 Scripps National Spelling Bee. Absolutely incredible. Extraordinary orthographic orchestration all night long.
Okay, so they ran out of words, and they decided that there was not going to be one champion for the National Spelling Bee. They decided there were going to be 8 champions. Count them, 8 champions. Now, you hear the broadcaster, the excitement on all that. Listen, all the excitement, that's unprecedented, right? The kids are all together. They're giving each other high fives. It's almost like they're a team. All right? Guys, this isn't a good thing. This is a bad thing. In life, there are winners and there are losers. Listen, man, don't get me wrong. This is a cool story. Like, at first glance, it's a pretty cool story. They ran out of words and decided to go ahead and crown. Listen, if all you kids can spell all these 8 words correctly, if you guys go 8 for 8, then you'll all be champions. And if I'm not mistaken, the prize is normally $50,000. They give $50,000 to all those kids. So $400,000 going to 8 kids. But here's the thing, guys. If there are 8 champions, there are no champions. If there's a draw in a boxing match, nobody's happy about that. Remember the sour taste we all had in our mouth when Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fought to a draw? Right? In hockey, they say ties are like kissing your sister. Nobody who is masculine, nobody who understands the concept of winners and losers, pass versus fail, success versus failure. They don't like ties. We like definitivity. Yes, those kids are basking in the glow, but they're really not champions. They're co-champions. There's no such thing as a co-champion. Okay, so there's a co-MVP, a co-most valuable player. All right, I can live at that. There are really no consequences for that. But you either have one champion or you have no champions. Guys, this is why our children are getting soft. I'm not a parent, and I never will be, but this is why our kids are getting soft. Everybody gets a trophy and an ice cream sandwich at the end of the day, right? Guys, running out of words is no excuse. We have an ocean of words. They have a dictionary. The guy even said, we've thrown the dictionary at you and this and that and a third. No, you haven't. You mean you couldn't dig up another? Apparently they went through 20 rounds and couldn't go anymore. That's no excuse. Guys, take it to the next day. Take it to the day after that. The solution is to keep going until there is a winner. Baseball is the perfect example of this. If it's a tie after 9 innings, you go to 10 innings. If it's a tie after 10 innings, you go to 11, then 12, then 13. Some games are 18 innings. People still complain about that. Well, the players get tired. No. In life, there are winners and losers. There are no ties in baseball. But crowning 8 champions is not crowning a champion. What this does, guys, is this teaches kids that if nobody stands out, if nobody rises above and separates themselves from everybody, then everybody's a winner. Guys, that's not true. That's not true. Listen, we all want to think and we say, well, all men are created equal. Yeah, that's some warm and fuzzy stuff to say to make everybody feel better about the fact that they might be a loser. But no, not all men are created equal. Not everybody can be a CEO. Not everybody can be rich. Not everybody can be a successful entrepreneur. The world needs ditch diggers. We need people to work at McDonald's. We need people to work at Burger King. Right? We don't all get to be these wildly successful people. No, this is the way of the world. There are winners and losers. Children parents are teaching their children. They say, you can do anything you put your mind to. No, you can't. Well, whoever wants it most is going to be successful. No, that's not always the case. Yes, want to is certainly important. You have to want to be successful. You have to have that drive, that will, and determination. But guess what it also takes? It also takes talent and a little bit of luck. A lot of TV shows these days are outlier TV. Outlier TV. Grey's Anatomy is the perfect example. You have a black woman who is, you have a troll of a black woman. She is not beautiful by any stretch of the imagination. She's fat, right? But she is the head of surgery, always successful, married to a tall, beautiful black man who's a firefighter. Is that possible? I suppose it is. But guys, that's the outlier. The world life isn't an outlier. Bill Gates was an outlier. Bill Joy was an outlier. Steve Jobs was an outlier. We are not all outliers. Teaching these kids that, hey, listen, you show up to the spelling bee, you might get a trophy. Well, what if she gets a trophy? Well, we can all get trophies. No. What's going to end up happening is this is going to spill over into their lives. It's going to spill into their dating lives. Right? This is why it's called natural selection. It's been like that forever. These kids will grow up thinking that they're champions, and they're not. A co-champion is not a champion, guys. There's no co-heavyweight champion. There's no co-Super Bowl champion. There's no co-pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. There's no co-Indianapolis 500 winner. One of those kids is a better speller than the rest. One of those kids is the best speller, but we'll never know which one was the best, and neither will they. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? They're going to start handing out multiple championship trophies at the spelling bee. Ask yourself that question. What's the over-under on the number of champions in next year's spelling bee? 4, 5, 6? What happens if there's only one champion? Will the parents protest? We had 8 champions last year. Why is there only one champion this year? Then they start to lower the standards. Well, if he gets one word wrong, maybe we should make this a double elimination. When and if that happens, guys, now we're going to have multiple champions from now on. Guys, this is why a capitalistic economy works, right? Supply and demand. Standards creates competition, and competition creates quality. If we only had one airline to choose from, that airline would be terrible. But we have multiple airlines to choose from. This is why the flight attendants act like they like you. This is why your seat leans back. This is why you get a complimentary bag of peanuts and a ginger ale on flights. This is why there's more than one bathroom on the airplane. If there were only one airline, they wouldn't give you anything. They'd maybe give you some ice water to keep you from being dehydrated. Oh, I'm sorry. The bathroom's only for the pilots. Right? What if we only had one car company? That's obviously not the case. We have multiple car companies. And competition creates quality. This is why you have Wi-Fi in your car. This is why you have four-wheel drive, power steering. This is why you have Bluetooth. This is why you have leather. Competition creates quality, guys. You want to know why people who work at the DMV, you want to know why the customer service at the DMV is so bad? You want to know why? Because the DMV is the only place where you can go to get what the DMV offers you. That's all there is to it. Right? Same with Walmart. Now, there are multiple, I guess, there's Walmart, there's Target, there are other retailers, but Walmart's the biggest in the world, at least brick and mortar. Why do you think the customer service at Walmart is so bad? Because there's very little competition. Okay, you could go to Target, but you're going to pay more, right? Rewarding everyone without declaring a champion, it creates laziness and stagnation. I remember a while back, there was a story about some girl who didn't make the cheerleading squad. So mom jumped in, mom went to the school board and complained, and she got her on the cheerleading squad. My brother's a school principal now, but when he was a teacher, parents constantly would come and complain about their kids' grades as if it's the school's fault. Why does little Billy have a D? He should have an A. What's wrong with the curriculum? What's wrong with the school? What's wrong with you, Mr. Sharpe? This even spills over into public service. Right? We got firehouses lowering standards so that women can be firefighters. Same with the military. We got we got female Marines acting like they're the hardcore. Yeah, I'm a Marine. No, you're not. They lowered the bar so you can get in. They raised the limbo bar so you could walk under instead of actually limboing under. Same with cops. Dangerous jobs that require a minimum standard, a bar to be set. This is why the best ideas and innovations come from America. We're competitive. We want to be number one. We don't want to be co-number one. At the end of the day, guys, kids cannot be winners if they never learn what losing is. Then parents wonder why is little Billy why is he not motivated? Why isn't he doing well in school? Why does he want to play video games all day? Because he's never known failure. Everything little Billy does, he gets a trophy for. He's got a trophy for baseball, soccer, karate, swim lessons. Well, how well did he do? I don't know. They give trophies to everybody. No, don't get me wrong. I understand when you're in T-ball, where the talent disparity usually isn't that great. Listen, man, there are leagues where they require every kid to play at least half the game. I'm okay with that to a certain extent. But when they start to get a little bit older, it's time to start separating the cream from the crop. The cream can only rise to the top if there is a top, guys. This particular spelling bee, this is just the beginning of the end of real competition, guys. Mark my words, man. Next year's spelling bee is going to have multiple champions because we liked all the warm and fuzzy feelings of not having to send 7 other kids home. Thanks for watching.